Oh,
And
look
I
how
knew it
green! Ooh,
Are we green?
Green.
It's such a good time here.
wow.
I have cherries
leveled up.
again.
We leveled up for the holiday
Oh,
season.
leveled up with dice?
Oh, I see what you
I'm
did there.
under arrest.
Look at
And
you.
what you did.
Some would say under duress, but
And
that's
I like it.
not a here nor there.
Send help. Ian is being held captive by level up dice.
And by this thing.
That would
you
not be
talking
so
about?
bad.
We would never.
You're gonna get wink.
Wink.
We would never.
We would occasionally.
I think it's really clear that Laura would.
What? Me?
Fair.
Yeah, I think
Dark
it's
Moon Dice
pretty
would
clear you
never hold people against their will.
unless they were really good at making dice.
Yeah, we would never kidnap Laura. I need to stop. Level up dice does not kidnap people. That
Or
is a
condone the
bold
kidnapping
statement.
of people.
Or condone the kidnapping of people.
Who are good at making dice.
Full stop.
I'm here of my own free will, and so is Laura.
You sound like you're saying that kind of forced too, though, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of worried nonetheless.
Blink twice if you need help.
We need a written statement from Alex now to confirm this.
Yeah. Very clear.
Season 3, y'all.
That's
oh,
right.
Terrifying.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome
know.
to Season 3, Episode 1 of Darkness and Dragons, the final season. The final
I know
season of this
countdown.
game. You can still hang out with us. We'll just be playing different characters. But we have 12 episodes to wrap up this world-spanning story. So thanks for coming. And if you are new and you were like, hey, Season 3 seems like a good place to start, you were correct, because the world is a different place now. And we'll have a nice long summary for you brought to us by Taabi, the Tabaxi.
It's not that long, but I mean it's up there.
It's up there. I mean, it's 2 seasons of a show. It's like 50 episodes.
That's true. That's true.
If you have questions, ask while Ian talks. We'll do our best to get to them before we jump in.
Correct. We'll have some time after our summary to answer any questions people have, and we are also in the Twitch chat, so say hi and ask questions that you might have there. But let's start off, as always, with our introductions. I am Melissa. I am the Game Master today, and with me, as always, is...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Verity / Ryan, the ASMR Rogue.
Me, Luna, and I play Brillia, our tiefling warlock.
Me, Bree, and I play Lenore, our cleric Shadow Kai lady.
And me, Ian, I played Taabi, the Tabaxi Bard.
Beautiful.
Time to recap what happened in Season 2. That
Yeah.
entire... Goodness. Well, last season on Darkness and Dragons, your favorite Tabaxi was bringing a corpse back. That was just me. Okay, so the Shady Bunch, consisting of Arsen, Verity, Ariana, and Eliwick, crossed paths with soon-to-be familiar faces of Lenore and Taabi. After that, Eliwick broke off to run back to Carrot Cake, but we met with our tiefling friends Brillia and Kos, and the group of us took down a giant flaming centipede. I wish I got more meat from it. We bravely solved a cult problem with the dwarves, and I learned how to tolerate one human, one birdman. We met a colorful postal gnome named Fenner and got pulled into the Shadowfell with Fenner. And after Lenore soul bonded with our 2 tieflings by the Raven Queen's discretion, they came back and brought us back to the material plane. Then in the Great Carrot Cake, we got puppies, got the glove, found out that it was Ellie, cried, partied, thwarted, mostly a royal assassination. Ariana then cast her first self-made spell and met Vecna. Of all people, I don't trust it still. Got the magic eyeball power, and then convinced Emperor Atlas to free all the slaves. We freed some more people who were being trafficked sex workers and forced children labor. Later, that was in Marinsport, we went up to the Silver Peaks, where vampirism was running virulent among the Tabaxi children, and ended up decimating more than all of their population, I guess. We found the source, and we ended up getting trapped by Cade. But Ariana convinced him just to drop dead, and that was with a magic eye from Vecna. We were sent into this weird cliff in a sea without Ariana and Kos. It started to become uninhabitable, and we had to escape with some emergency flying spells into a magic napkin. And as for Ariana and Kos, we didn't see what was lost in our little pink necro druid. And whatever happened to Kos? And that's last season.
That is a great summary by Taabi.
Wow, woo.
I'm very worried about everything. The state of the world, the state of everything else. I don't trust it.
Everything's bad.
Anything other that happened to anybody who wasn't Taabi that they want to mention as well?
Horses.
Yeah, where are horses?
Where are horses? Like
You left
the
your
puppies.
horses tied up with your puppies and the kids.
Oh, yeah, the
okay, so
horses.
someone's at least taking care of them.
Yeah, you guys left Sapphire, the horses,
Okay.
the puppies, and the 2 kids with Sapphire. So great job.
Where's my
Kids.
horse? I'm a boy.
Horse,
Very
the
good.
horse you
Another
stole
horse.
from the Emperor.
I did not steal anything. I was told I could have any horse, and that horse was one of the horses that was any horse.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Pretty sure when they say you can
Plus,
have any, it's
he
fine.
has other stuff going on. He's not worried about horse.
Exactly. His fiance's in a coma. Look, I'm sure he's not worried about riding.
Did he, when the Emperor threw the party, did he actually get to propose?
Yes, he did.
And he said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like a chump.
they did get newly fiancéed,
Mhm.
and
And
then
then, yeah.
and then
And then all
dead.
hell broke loose.
Yeah,
Mm.
correct.
Mhm.
It's good to note that that was just a summary of things that happened to us directly, more or less. If you want to learn more and go in depth, there's always a full season 2 to go watch. And if you want to know before that, there's a full season 1 summary even.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But you're also welcome to just dive on in with us today in season 3.
Yeah, footnotes are shit's bad. We don't know where we are, and who knows what plane we're gonna appear on.
Yeah, I feel like
Next.
you guys probably are, let's say, in over your level. I mean, you guys have been making enemies of like Vecna and shit, and you guys are only level 11, so
Yeah,
most people would not fight Vecna at this point in their lives.
Who says we're fighting Vecna?
To be
yeah,
fair,
on it-
Vecna hasn't given us much of a choice.
I didn't fight anybody.
I'm
Ariana,
not here to fight Vecna.
Ariana did get choked out pretty aggressively, though.
Oh, but they're
we-
pen pals. That's they play
Yeah.
around. It's all part of their.
Also, a really important thing to note about Verity is that she wants to be dead. So this is probably a great idea for her.
Yeah,
If you've been here for season 1 or season 2, you know this already.
it's very
that's
consistent.
that's not a season 3 new thing.
I wore my sparkly ears. I'm not here to see death.
Your sparkly ears.
They're a little bit more sparkly. There's pink on the other side, which I know.
Okay.
Wow,
I see what we're doing.
I know all the stops for season 3.
All right. Should we dive in?
Let's do it.
All right.
Do it.
So, the last we saw of our party, you were in a, we found out was a snow globe of a fake world, and Vecna was pouring sand into the top of it, and you were desperately trying to escape, but of course, with the glass and the sand, there was nowhere to go. So you pulled out your magical handkerchief that you stole in during the wedding proposal, actually, which allows you to teleport to a random place in the Astral Seas, like a different plane or a different anywhere I feel like, basically. You can't pick. And we saw you guys dive in, and that was the last thing we saw. So Let's open today on a vast void filled only with tendrils of silver and blue. The wisps seem to move as if caught in an invisible current in imperceptible patterns. Through the endless night, a ship cuts a path. It looks almost like a seafaring vessel, but it seems to move without any clear sense of up and down. Instruments on the helm spin wildly as they try to make sense of this strange place. A man, with his hair tied back at his neck and sweat on his brow, pulls something out of the void and into his arms. Laying her across the floor of the boat, her eyes begin to open, and we see Lenore.
What can I see?
Well, right above you, you can see this strange, almost endless void. It's almost like looking up at the starry sky, except instead of seeing stars, you see these strange wisps. And as you look around yourself, you see just more of that. It looks like this is just like almost like a standard ship. Otherwise, as you kind of look around, there are people moving around doing things. And there are a few people leaning over you.
Do I recognize any of these people?
Give me a perception.
Okay. Ooh, woke up perceptive. Look, that's a lot. 17 plus 6.
Woke up perceptive. I love it. You don't recognize all of them, but the man who pulled you from the water looks suspiciously like Arsen. But he doesn't look the same.
In what way does he not look the same? Is he like purple now, or
is he purple? No, he looks. The first thing that catches you is his bearing. Like, he was always a little bit kind of goofy before a bit, you know, always a little distracted. He looks at you with like focus and calm that you are unfamiliar with, which is the first thing that throws you off. And as you look at him closer, you see that he has like little lines around his eyes, little like laugh marks. Like he's a bit older than the last time you saw him.
Arsen?
Hey, you okay?
You look terrible. What happened to you? Where am I?
He laughs at that and pulls you into a hug.
Oh, hi. This is what are you doing? Let's not touch anymore. But what's happening?
I'm sorry. It's just been so long. I almost started to give up hope.
I mean, I know we used to see each other every day, but it's been like, what, a few weeks at the most? Like a week? We left like a week ago.
No, Lenore, you didn't. Can you stand?
I try and get up.
Okay. Yeah, you can. You're a little wobbly on your feet. Almost like sea legs, but there's no kind of balance to be had here. And as you look out, you see that this endless sky is below you and across as far as you can see. It doesn't even look like there's a horizon. It just seems to go forever. And he says, "What's the last thing you remember?"
We were in this place where we were being covered with sand, with so much sand, and then we pulled out the napkin. You know, the napkin that we got, not long ago, just when everyone tried to get assassinated. The party, the proposal.
Right. Yes.
The napkin. We pulled the napkin out, and we all just, I don't know, jumped in it, and then now.
You don't remember anything from the last 10 years?
Well, that happened in the last 10 years, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That was about, I don't know, an hour ago, I'm going to guess.
No, Lenore, it wasn't. I'm telling you that you've been out here for 10 years.
like on this boat, or?
No, I just pulled you out of the water, or whatever this is. No one has seen any of you.
I mean, well, where's Verity? Have you seen Verity? Obviously, you've seen Verity.
You're the first one we found.
Well, where are they?
He looks out over the bow at the seemingly endless stretch of ocean. And the phrase needle in a haystack does not even seem close to what must be happening here.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me that you don't know where she is?
I'm telling you that if you're here, then the most we can hope is that she's nearby.
Well, I mean, haven't you got people that can cast a spell or something? Can't we find her? Can't we find them? What about Taabi and Brillia? And Ariana?
We're not giving up, but we've been trying to narrow down your location for a long time. I mean, it took me a while to find the way off your plane, but it's been a long time looking. If you can help...
10 years. 10 years. You've been looking 10 years.
Ish.
How do I look?
He brings you up to the bow, and there's a whole bunch of crew people here. They seem to be of all different races. There's a lot of elementals, genasi, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And other creatures that don't seem to even have form that you would recognize. And he starts explaining all of the different controls and the ways that they've tried to narrow in on you. And once he's kind of finished explaining it, which is very far over your head, he says, I can't help but think that the Raven Queen must have helped us find you. With everything happening.
What do you mean? What do you mean with everything happening?
It's... You know, we should really focus on finding the others first.
Okay, let me... I need to pray. Let me pray, and then I think I can find them.
Okay. He'll bring you to some quarters that you can have. They've got kind of the standard hammock setup. And there are enough beds for, well, hammocks for all of you. But right now you are, well, it's just the two of you.
Can I see any birds? Can I see any ravens?
No, there are no birds out here.
I don't know if she's going to be able to hear me, but I'm guessing that in those 10 years I would have got a long rest at some point.
Yes, you've all had a long rest.
Is it okay? Just I know I'm not here. I know that, right? But is it? Have we been floating in the Astral Sea for 10 years, or is this two different moving timelines?
You have been floating
does Zara
here.
have its own timeline?
That's what I meant by how do I look?
Yeah.
Do I look 10 years older?
Are we all 10, or has...
This is a great question. It is impossible for you guys to know how long you have been there, but from the plane that you came from the material plane, it has been 10 years. You do not look noticeably older.
Okay. So good is what he should have said.
Yeah, but we don't age normally. Who would age normally? Who would age normally 10 years?
I don't know. Oh, Brillia
would.
Brillia.
Brillia would. So she would maybe look if it was 10 years, because you live a long time and I live a long time. Taabi is a cat.
You can't see those little wrinkles.
Right,
on a kitty
right.
cat.
Maybe do cats get gray fur as they get older?
They do.
Do they get grayer?
Fade, sort of.
But it's not as noticeable. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. That was it. Sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna take some time to pray and to prepare some spells. And I'm just gonna sit in there and concentrate for as long as necessary.
Okay.
And when I'm ready, I would like to locate creature.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast locate creature and I'm gonna look for Verity.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast it a few times? I mean, I have the spell slots and I have 3, so I would like to cast it 3 times.
Yeah, you want to look for
And
each of them?
find my buddies. Yeah. So I want to kind of like walk out to the bow of the ship, I guess, and then I'm gonna kind of think about
Think Verity thoughts.
each of them.
Think about
Verity
dying.
thought. Think about death. Think about how I promised I would poison her. I probably can't do that now. I'm guessing that spell that I cast is worn off about 9 years ago. And then I'm gonna cast locate creature.
Okay. Can you read me some of the text on locate creature, please?
It can locate a specific creature known to you, so long as you have seen or touched that creature. If it is in a different form, like polymorph, it doesn't locate them. It can locate it can't locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path. Is this water?
That's a really, really specific description.
Such a specific description, and they have to be within.
What is it, a vampire spell? Like, who does things about crossing running
and
water?
Also, it has to be within 1,000 feet.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, none of them come through, unfortunately.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I can't find them. They're not here. Well, at least they're not. I guess they're in water. I forgot about the water. I don't know what to do. How did you find me?
Honestly, we've just been narrowing in on odd disturbances. We've been trying to figure out if there was a breach, basically, into the Astral Seas, and we started from the center of it, and we've just been kind of circling out. It's just luck that we found you first.
I mean...
But if you're here, they can't be far. You all came through at the same time.
I hopefully I could try and I guess I haven't been praying or collecting souls as much as I should have been in recent time, but I could try and speak to the Raven Queen and see if she can help us and see if she knows where they are or she can guide us to them.
Yeah, we'll keep pooling our resources, I guess. I'm
gonna use divine intervention.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna request the Raven Queen's intervention to help find them.
Okay.
And I roll a percentile. If the number rolled is equal or less than my level, then my deity intervenes.
Okay, sure. So you roll a D100?
Yeah.
And if it's 11 or lower, they intervene.
It's not very hopeful.
Okay, do it.
Oh my god. 10?
You're kidding.
I'm not even joking.
You got damn lucky. All right.
I got 10. That's like literally the only thing I could have rolled.
It's pretty much 1 in 10 at that point, so.
Right? Take 10.
Goodness.
Okay, that's going to help help you out quite a bit. I'm going to ask you to roll for me a D12, please.
A D12, okay. I'd never get to do this.
Right?
A 3.
A 3. Pretty good. So I'm gonna keep track of our timeline here. Because you use that spell, it's going to cut the time to finding your next companion in half. So the Raven Queen is gonna help. It's about a month when you come across Brillia.
Okay. Well, luckily, I can use divine intervention every 7 days if it works. Wow. You're a tough deity. A month.
A month. Hey, you're lucky. If you rolled a D12 and you hadn't done that spell, it would have been a year.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay, I look into...
A month is as low as you could go.
I look into the sea and I feel like I can see like the outline of like a dark, shimmery raven, and I say, Arsen, Arsen, there. She's telling me. I feel like she's been speaking to me. Here is the space.
Arsen
This is
starts
her.
yelling out orders to the various people. And indeed, you find Brillia floating. She's sort of like almost you imagine someone floating through space where they've got no kind of real movement. And the ship gets close enough, and you and Arsen pull her aboard. Pretty much as soon as you've been here for the last month, you've realized that the ship is basically for your purposes. Like, it's just really for you to understand. But there's sort of like a bubble over the top of it. So as soon as she comes through that bubble that sort of separates the Astral Seas, she starts waking pretty much immediately.
Just in this month that I've been with Arsen, are we getting along okay?
I would say he's probably a lot better than you used to. Up to you as far as how much you're kind of like teasing him and stuff, but he is very focused, very much like if you imagined like a kind of like a commander on campaign, like he has that kind of thing. Like people treat him with respect. And he's not rising to your quips like he would have.
I try and wake Brillia.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Look, yay, we made it. Great.
Yes.
Where's everyone
okay.
else?
So it's just us right now. Just Arsen's here. Look, he's the Silver Falcon now, isn't he?
Arsen, what happened?
So now just sit up. Can we get her some tea? Can we get some tea for Brillia? We're just gonna be calm. We're gonna look around.
The way you're talking to me is not helping the situation. You're making me dread what you're going to be saying.
Okay. Well, I'll just say it really fast then. It's been 10 years and 1 month, and we don't know where anyone is, and we're on a weird ship with Arsen. That's pretty much it now. You look good.
Rewind for a second. It's been it's
Do you want me to go back
years.
to the other voice? Because I can do that.
And now I see why it was necessary. Of course. Yeah.
Yes. So it's been 10 years, but I don't really know how to sugarcoat this anymore. It's been 10 years, and we don't know where anyone is.
Okay.
And
at all. Like,
yeah, well, not at all, because I came out of that black spacey ocean and we just found you in there. So the likelihood that the others are in there as well is pretty high.
that's great.
Yes, but it did take us a month to find you after
Okay.
they found me.
Well, that seems, if we continue by that trend, that means just, a few more months, which I think is great.
There's also very little blood to be shed around here.
Which is fine. That sounds pretty great.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Well, then there you go. There's a plus.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you remember? Do you remember anything?
I remember us running out of that cavern, almost being buried by sand. Us flying upwards to not get buried by sand, and panic opening the napkin and going in.
Because we were in like a bubble, weren't we?
Yeah, we couldn't fly out, so yes, would seem as a bubble.
Well, now it seems like we've been in the Arsen, it's the Astral Sea, right? That's where, the Astral Sea. We've been in the Astral Sea for about 10 years. So not great.
That's not great. That is not great. How how has the world? I'm looking towards Arsen. How has the world fared in 10 years?
That's a complicated question. Any specifics?
Just a summary, if possible, or maybe like a scale from like 1 to 10.
10 being...
Funny, I didn't ask that in the whole month I was here.
10... We can assume you know some of this. 10 being things are great, or...
Yeah.
I mean, I think great is relative. Should we say, like, the world functions as you imagine it functions versus everything is in utter chaos? Because then we're at, like, a 2. Then we're at, like, a 2.
Oh, okay.
It's not all bad, I wouldn't say.
That's still lower than 50%. So, we're just gonna... okay, so...
Atlas got married. Beautiful ceremony.
Oh, that means Raph got back. That's a relief.
So that's good. And you know, they've got things under control there, so hence...
Raph got back.
Yep. Yeah, he's fine. He's rocking it as a consort.
That's what we wanted, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's good.
Mm-hmm. And
under what conditions, though?
Let's just say that, I don't really know how to explain this. There's sort of a new order, it's called a cult of Vecna, shall we? That's, been doing some stuff. You know, desecrating tombs, bringing back the dead. Not a worldwide phenomenon yet, but it's definitely going that way.
No, but...
More pluses.
But, Raph is back.
Raph's back, yes, he is back.
And Vecna is on the rise. Which means Vecna got what he wanted.
Do you feel cause, like, in your soul?
DM, do I feel cause?
I am going to say, roll me a d20.
Oh shoot.
This is just because I don't know, and I just want to figure out if you know this or not.
With any modifiers?
Nah.
Or just a d20? Just a d20.
Yeah.
That would be a 14.
Okay. Where your bond with Koss has always been, you feel pain.
She's not okay. Not okay. Definitely not okay. But pain is not emptiness, which means she's alive?
Do I feel the same thing?
Yes, but less acutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of got that, like, general vibe as well. So that's good. And, like, really, we're pretty much all always in pain, so...
I mean, if it's of any comfort, I don't know if it is, but for Lenore, the level of Koss's pain seems to be fairly consistent. So,
she doesn't seem like she's gotten better or worse over this last month that I've been awake. So, like, she's not actively dying.
Be better, but the worst part,
yeah.
Okay, that's comforting, except, wow, the more I focus on her, that really hurts. Okay,
Oh, it's best just not to. Just switch it off. Just pretend it's not there.
I appreciate that advice, Lenore, but I think that's a little bit easier said than done in my case. But I'll keep that in mind.
Also, remember, she's pretty old. So she's probably, like, I think she's like a fair bit older than I am. Plus, she's 10 years older than what we saw, than last time we saw her. So she probably has the life experience to deal with this better than we could.
10 years of pain is still 10 years of pain, Lenore. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, especially someone I love. So, yeah. Sorry if I'm not being very positive right now, and I know you are trying to.
Oh no, that's okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I should try and be the positive one because I know that's usually you.
That is
I'll-
usually me. Well,
do you want
okay.
an apron?
That'll make it all better.
I think the tea will be here in a minute.
Yeah, our son brings over a nice cup of some kind of tea made of some kind of herb you've never had.
I'm not paying attention. I'm just sipping the tea. Like I'm not even looking at it. It's just like
Just the sipping
auto.
sound is calming.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? You're right. Bright side. That means Taabi and Verity and everyone who was with us will be somewhere floating out here. Which is great. We just have to find them and then figure out the next step. Okay.
Yeah. So, Brillia, do you have anything in your repertoire that will help you finding your friends?
Do I have anything in my repertoire?
Yeah, is there anything you can do to help locate?
It isn't blocked by 10 feet of water.
I have to say, that's a pretty lame addition to that spell.
Okay,
you
let's
can
see.
find anyone unless...
Wall of Light isn't gonna help right now, sadly. I guess the only thing I can cast is Dream.
Okay. What's Dream do for you?
I shape a creature's dream, and I can contact them within their dreams while I am also sleeping.
Okay, so you can go into someone's dream.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I will be completely at the world around me's mercy as I am unconscious.
Okay.
But I can travel, and I can also take someone else with me.
Oh, okay. So you and Lenore are gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, I have Dream as well, so we can take Arsen too.
Okay. Yeah, dream party. All right.
Dream party.
Lenore, do you want to roll that D100 again? See if it also.
Come on, 10.
We'll jump ahead a little bit. I just want to get all the numbers down.
No.
Okay. Brillia, roll me a D12.
A D12? Oh, a dice I barely touch?
I know, it's a special day.
I know. Let's see.
Don't get
We'll
excited.
use my queer dice.
Roll low.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. All right, let's do the dream first, and then we will see who you found. So you guys head to your room. You jump in your little hammocks, and I don't know, do you hold hands or something? I don't know how this works.
Have to hold hands.
Okay, so you're. I imagine you're like in a bunk bed sort of situation where you're all like holding hands down the side. Mm-hmm. And you connect to Koss. And this is just your part of Koss's dream now, correct? Whatever Koss is dreaming?
Yes, it is. Yes. I can shape the dream, so if it is unpleasant, I can make it pleasant.
The dream is actually seems to be a recreation of a memory. It's the memory of the time she asked you out on a date at the bar. So when you guys wake up in the dream, Lenore and Arsen are at one of the nearby tables, just filling in the space for some blank nobodies. And you actually take the spot of Brillia in Koss's dream.
Oh. Okay. Great. Do I see her? Like
you have whatever you served her that night, right before she asked. You're holding it at this moment.
It is probably an ale at this point. At this point, this is the beginning of the night. And I am just passing by at her table and dropping it off. Hello.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
It's great to see you. I'm so happy to see you right now.
Do you want to sit down and have a drink with me?
Yes. Of course. I would love that.
She, gestures to the chair, and she takes the beer that you've brought, and she pours half of it into the mug she was drinking before, and then slides the other half over to you.
Actually, I assume there's another barmaid around who's probably being a kind human being, and I'm gonna be like, wave her down, and then she's probably gonna just bring me a cup of water.
Yeah.
And I pour it back into her cup. I actually don't drink, but I'm happy to share a non-alcoholic beverage with you.
You work at a bar. You make some of the best drinks I've ever had, and you don't drink?
Yes, it's ironic actually, but yes, it's like as far as the tasting goes, but I don't drink, if that makes sense. But just personal choice. But you should know this already.
There's like a flicker in her eye, and she says, look. And she's going to reset herself and says, you don't drink? That's interesting.
It is.
You can roll an insight if you like.
Yeah, I would like to. That was a natural 19, so with my modifier.
Damn. Okay.
That will be like a 25, I think?
That's fine. Yeah. You know Koss well enough to know that when she's in a bad spot, she just sort of like goes to good place, like goes to a happy place in her head. And whatever is happening to her, that is definitely what is happening. And there is a fear in the sense that you deviate, as if sometimes her dreams do deviate. And maybe get worse.
Okay, which is not going to happen because I control the dream.
Yeah, she doesn't know you're real at this point. It's pretty clear that she thinks you're still just something in her head.
Koss?
Yeah?
I'm touched that this is where you choose to be at this time. It's me. Actually me.
I know it's you. That's why we're here having a drink. I mean, I wanted to have a drink with you.
If she's already filled her cup halfway, I'm going to manipulate the dream to, like, as I point at it, it refills.
She pushes back a bit. She says,
mm-hmm.
And she sort of looks around like a panicked animal, like she's ready to run.
No, Koss, I'm in control of this. I'm in control of the dream. We're fine. Look, Arsen and Lenore are... if I saw them earlier, I'm gonna point them out.
Yeah. And as soon as you point, she's like...
It's fine, Koss, and I'm just gonna cup her face. Koss, I am in control of this dream right now. Nothing is going to happen to you right now. Okay?
You feel her shake in your arms, and she leans her head against yours, and she takes this, like, shuddering breath. I thought you were dead.
I'm not. I'm not dead. Yeah, Arsen, found Lenore and I floating in the Astral Sea.
He didn't get you. I saw what he did to the orb, I thought.
No, ironically, Cade allowed our escape with that napkin we collected. We're still looking for the others, and I'm still gonna be looking for you. Where are you? Where are you?
I'm with Vecna, still.
Okay. Any idea what plane? Any details?
I don't know. He keeps me tied up. I only see him and his vizier.
Okay. We'll figure it out. Brillia. This isn't the first time you've dealt with him.
Brillia.
Yes?
He killed Ariana.
killed Ariana. I'm like waving at this point. I'm waving over
Yeah.
Lenore and Arsen like
They come over, I imagine.
Yeah. What's happening? Are you okay, Cos?
I am still hugging Cos.
I'm gonna say you overheard that. Like, this is a dream, so by dream rules, you can have heard that.
Cool.
Okay.
It's okay. We're gonna fix this. It's okay.
Vecna had this plan, has this plan, and Ariana said no. And then she told him to kill her.
But I mean, she's a necromancer, right? Like she can't just be dead. Like she won't be dead.
He still has her body. It's chained up in the room where he
Okay.
But he found someone new. He found someone new to help him. And it's only going to get worse.
Okay.
Cos, who did he find?
Yeah. This Vizier guy, I don't his name is she's like stumbling over the words, like she can't say his name.
If you can't say it, think it. And then it's a dream, so I'll just make it so.
Cos's word mixes with a memory in your head of your brother. But only you were aware of this.
Oh.
As Cos is still trying to say the name, it's like
I'm gonna just put my hand to her lip really quick.
It is unclear whether or not Cos knows this connection, but you do.
I am going to immediately let her know of the connection. Like, I am gonna flash memories to her of me basically raising him.
Yeah. She sort of looks at you in horror, and you can see that, like, if this was, like, a normal space, she would probably be... Yeah. She'd be being sick or something right now. Like, the fact that it's a dream is the only thing keeping her somewhat together.
Well, I guess that means I partially know who we're dealing with. Sadly.
You have to stay away.
No.
They'll hurt you.
Cause if this is true, that means I helped make him.
No.
And that means it's my responsibility to deal with this.
No.
And I love you too much to also let you suffer like this.
No, you can't. You have to... And then all of a sudden it cuts off as Cos wakes up, and you all wake up in the bunks.
Brillia, I'm so sorry. It's okay. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna find them. It's okay.
We're gonna find her, but who's in between her and us right now is not just Vecna. It's my little brother.
We're gonna fix this. It's okay. We're going to fix this. Just gonna hold her and let her cry.
Okay. I think we probably pan out on this moment and look out over the seas as 3 more months pass, and you find 2 people in quick order. You find Opal about 3 days before you find Taabi. And just like with the rest of you, as soon as you spot him, you loop him with a bit of rope, pull him up, and as soon as he cuts through that barrier, his eyes begin to open, and he sees that endless, silvery sky.
Taabi.
so good to see you.
Oh, my back doesn't hurt as bad as it normally does when I.
Do you feel well rested, friend?
Oh, a little bit. What? Where are we? Where are we? Because we
Should
were.
you
were
did it
just.
pretty well the first time, Lenore. We'll let you handle it again.
Okay, do I go fast or do I go
I think slow
kind
is
one?
necessary. I made the mistake last time.
So Taabi, hi, welcome back. We're on a boat. It's been about 10 and a half years. Now, don't let that freak you out. It's okay.
It's been like maybe 20 minutes.
Well, do you know when you're really tired, right? You're really tired and you fall asleep and you sleep for days and days or you, I mean, not usually days, but like, you know, hours and hours, and you wake up and it's the day that you didn't think it was, and it's like the middle of the day, but it feels like you only fell asleep like a minute ago.
It's like that one time I woke up. I was on the southern coast of the continent, and I could have sworn I was gonna be, right near Caracat, but I was just
Yeah.
so.
It's just like that,
But
except
it's
instead of a few days, it's been 10 and a half years, and instead of being on the southern border, we're in the Astral Sea.
I reach around to see if I have my backpack on me. Do I have it on me?
You do. Yeah, you guys
Cool.
have everything you had on you before.
Cool. I'm gonna dig through and see if I can find a little mirror. Can I roll just a luck check or something to see? Because I don't know if I would have carried one or not.
Sure.
3, so I don't have one. Does anyone have a mirror or something?
I'll just disguise self to look exactly how he looks right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all right, they look the same.
Arsen
And I'll
is
just drop it.
Arsen. Actually, Brillia looks pretty much the same. It's hard to see any different in Brillia, but Arsen's looking like a silver falcon.
Does Taabi look the same? Like, does it look like they've aged? Have we aged?
Not in any significant way.
Okay.
It's hard to know. It could be a few months or a year, but not the way Arsen has, where you can actually physically tell.
I have good news.
Yes.
I mean, aside from the 10 years we lost, we found somebody else before we found you about 3 days ago.
Look around. I'm guessing it's Opal's not out here with us. She might be in
She is indeed in the bunk room.
Yeah.
We found her, Taabi. She's okay. We found Opal.
Good. Yeah. I don't know. Has she talked to any of you? I'm guessing no.
She's still in shock.
Does
But
your kid get trapped in a collapsing freaking little church, and then you're now flying through the giant sandy fish bowl, and you jump through a napkin and wake up in this strange milky world. So
yeah,
Just Tuesday, really.
yeah.
Yeah, so if you would like to see her, we can take you to her.
Yeah, no, I point over to a door of a little cabin I see on the boat. This way, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I forgot you do know your way around a ship.
Yeah, no, I see. the port starboard, pointing. Before I goes, I just wanted to. I run over to Arsen and those scratches look good on you. I slap him on the shoulder there, and I jog backwards and point at him. And
yeah, when you hit his shoulder, you're surprised by how much strength is in it. He been lifting. He do lift.
As I'm walking backwards, how old are you now?
35-ish, something like that.
That makes 2 of us. And then
and then they do like that.
Yeah. Finger guns, I still got them. Wow.
Oh shoot, he's older than me now. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that.
Your older brother, or no, he's your older brother.
Technically, my younger brother's also older than me now.
Yeah.
Sorry, go back.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna knock on the door and open up, and I look back. It's like, is it this one? Is it this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Opal, hello, Opal.
She is sitting there with her. She's sitting on the bunk sideways with her hands linked together, and she's just looking at them.
I don't know how to really approach anything currently, and you've had 3 more days to think about everything than I have, from what I'm told. But I see you're alive, and I think that's really what's important right now.
I shouldn't be.
I don't believe that.
Everything was fine before you and your friend showed up. I was in Cade's head. I know what he wanted. He wanted to manipulate you and your friends, and because of that, our people are dead. Our people are dead, and my son is dead, and he doesn't even have a grave. And then she starts sobbing into her hands.
I know it's easiest to be angry at me for being the most direct line to what happened. But it's not on you, it's not on me. I know you didn't say it was on you. I'm not trying to. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. There's been a lot of death, yes. There's been a lot of lives saved, though. I'm not trying to justify the deaths of all the people I loved and knew. To say that, but I saved some. No, it's just, if it wasn't us, it would have been somebody else. It would have been the dwarves. It would have been somebody else. It's unfortunate that it happened to us. It's a flip of the coin. And if I wasn't going down to try to stop Cade, then it would have probably been somebody else. A lot of my closest friends have been, closest of the past. I was gonna say year and a half, 2 years, but apparently it's 12 now. I'm sorry. I just don't know. Over the next however long it takes to find, I look at a list, and that's Verity, the last one to be found. What? Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's my friend that fucking died. I didn't see anything pink when I was under there, so that is cool. We'll find Ariana at some point. And look out. Ariana's gonna be found right too, right? Yeah. Woo!
We led with the good news, Taabi. Brillia, it's your turn.
Okay.
Well, I'll be back in, and I at some point, and I close the door, and I just walk out going, yeesh. I don't know. I hold it together sometimes.
Wait, does Tabby know now? Or do I still have to break? No, okay. I had to make sure that was back and forth. Tabby, about what you just yelled earlier, I know that there's a lot to process because I just went through the processing stage. Still going through it. Ariana's dead.
Okay, yeah.
Vecna.
Of course it's Vecna. Of course.
Yeah.
At what point? At what point was it not going to be Vecna?
Yeah.
It should have been me. Not dying. It should have been me that was able to pull her out of whatever.
No. We tried. She's dead. Vecna has her body. Keeping her hostage with Koss, who is alive, but in pain. Yeah, so I think that was everything now. How are you holding up? Do you need me to stay with you? Do you want some alone time?
You want to get drunk?
That's an option. Do you want some not as great quality baked goods as I would prefer to be serving right now, but this is what we have situation?
Give me a few to process stuff.
Okay.
I should be. I. It's gonna probably do one of those hits me very hard. Then. Oh, I'm good.
I'm not sure if that's the best way to deal with it, but I guess
No.
I can't say anything because I'm kind of doing the same thing.
I'll process it deeper when we get to safe and settled.
Sounds good. And I'm gonna wrap my tail around his and give it a squeeze situation.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I normally have it wrapped around like a belt, and it was just dangling.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Just surprise me.
And then I'm just gonna leave Taabi alone for a little bit and let him process. At some point I will drop him off some baked goods that aren't as great as usual because of the supplies we have, but he gets some baked goods.
Yeah, you guys are you're making do. Taabi, is there anything you can do to help locate your last party member?
I was looking through my spells, and I don't think there is, unless I was to now meta-wise change my prepared new 6th level spell.
You're like, I did not think this would be the case.
No, I didn't think it was gonna be. If you're cool with me switching out my 6th level spell right now to something that is more fitting.
If you want to do that, go ahead. Lenore, let's roll your D percentile and see if the Raven Queen favors you to find Verity. So yeah, statistically,
we're best friends. We're best friends.
Arsen's been looking for you forever, dude.
She's not into it. The Raven Queen was like, "Nah, I helped you once."
Yeah, I did the thing. Dude, you took 3 unsounded 1 month. You're nothing. Nothing.
Would this look like you're actually praying and maybe muttering like find Verity type of stuff under your breath type of thing?
Yeah.
But if you at any point start looking frustrated or furrowed, I'm just gonna put my hand on your shoulder and be like, "Give me a shot." I'm gonna cast Find the Path.
Ooh, okay.
So this is a big if. It's a big if because it's not supposed to be a moving target.
Okay.
I'm just going to read it verbatim.
Yep.
The spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location you are familiar with on the same plane of existence. If you name a destination on another plane, on another plan of existence, typo, and a destination that moves, such as a mobile fortress or a destination that isn't specific Green Dragon's lair, the spell fails. For the duration, as long as you are on the same plane as the destination, you know how far it is and what direction it lies. While you are traveling there, whenever you are presented with a choice of paths along the way, you automatically determine the path which is shortest and most direct.
Okay.
But not necessarily the safest.
Can I help you metagame for a second?
Yes, please.
You don't say that in front of the GM, guys.
I know.
We're giving you the rules in front, so you don't have to look it up and.
How did you get 1 6th level spell?
I believe I only got 1. Yes.
Okay, because I also have Find the Path, so I would rather you not waste an so you can keep the 6th level spell you chose, if you like. Just offering.
Okay.
No, that's part of the game.
It's all good. It's all good. You guys are gonna have a lot of uses for it. This is kind of just narrative.
And I don't know how.
That's what I mean. Do you want to use your only 6th level spell to pick Find the Path?
It's better than dancing for now. Otto's irresistible dance, which was my original choice.
Sounds really cool, though.
Oh man.
I'll change it at some point.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We know one of you has it. Okay. Taabi, roll me a d12, please.
Oh, my favorite die.
Pick a bad one.
7.
Okay.
7 months.
It is 7 months until you find Verity.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like 7 months.
Wow,
to
a
them.
year has passed for you, Lenore.
Almost, yeah, it's been almost 11 years. Or total, I mean. You've spent a year hanging out with Arsen. That's longer than Verity's whole relationship with him.
Maybe he
We're
loves
married.
me.
We're married now. Me and Arsen got married. Oh my gosh, Arsen, that would be the funniest joke to pull on Verity when she comes back. We could just pretend that we are in love now.
I mean, I feel like she'll probably try to kill us if we do that. Also, you kind of have to...
she tries to kill us anyway.
I mean, would it make it easier to deal with the fact that we have to tell her Ariana's gone if she was...
Oh, yeah, we shouldn't prank her and then tell her Ariana's... I keep forgetting, like, because Ariana's, like, I'm so used to us not all being together anyway, I keep forgetting that she's not here. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's... Anyway, I guess I'll prank Verity. Like, maybe I will actually poison her.
I mean, you could just tell her that we're best friends now, and he gives you a little nudge.
Sadly, it's kind of true. Spent the most time with you than anyone else in the last 12 months. So, oh God, now I'm even more depressed.
He pats you on the shoulder and says, "I know."
Hopefully, we find her tomorrow. This goes on for another 3 weeks.
Tomorrow we'll find her. After. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, can I don't know how I'm gonna be keeping track with my growing or shrinking relationship with Opal. Do you want me to roll anything for that for the next?
Yeah, let's see how. Roll me
like a charisma save
give me a
or
good
something
charisma
like that.
to see how much you've been able to pull her out of her depression over the last 7 months.
All right, D20. No fucking way.
If you roll a 20, I'll be really mad at you.
That's a really good emblem on this D20 I got here. So am I saving or is it a regular?
A regular.
Okay, so
check.
24.
You had 24. And you have a +4?
Yeah, if it was a save, it would be +8.
Asshole. You're such a fucking asshole. Can you help her deal with her trauma?
I'm not trying to be a therapist. I'm trying to accommodate whatever she needs. I'm trying to give her space when she needs it. Give her the chance to talk, all on her own pace.
Mm-hmm. She is not doing as well as you maybe want her to be doing. You definitely want better. But after she has been through a ton of shit. She journals a lot, and she talks to her son. But in general, she seems to be doing better when you're not around.
Yeah.
You were a constant reminder. If for those of you who don't remember, her son also has a very similar coloring to Taabi. This is not helpful. So some days she's almost fine, and some days she stays in the bunk room the whole time. But you don't get that feeling like Verity where she's suicidal. She starts getting better. There is hope for her.
Selfish question. How is she reacting to the rest of the party?
In terms of what part?
Does she hate our guts? Can we how?
I'm going to
because she's valid for hating our guts, but
she does not like you guys. She especially does not like Lenore, which I feel maybe is connected to maybe you said something to her about her child's soul or something, or and she did not respond positively to it. And I feel Brillia, you're just kind of bunched in with them.
Yeah. Does she not got Stockholm syndrome yet?
No, she doesn't. She has
Oh, yeah.
actually, she ends up making a few friends on board the ship.
It's just not us.
Who she's
not
more,
us.
who she connects with
That's
more.
fair.
For the most part, when she sees you guys, she's just kind of like, yeah, you're just kind of a bad memory.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 7 months of that. 7 months of eating shitty food. You do have to stop a couple of times to pick up supplies at various ports. And we'll see a little bit more of some of those ports once you guys get Verity, because you'll have to use that to get back to where we were. So, you find Verity floating there, serene smile on her face because she thinks she's dead. And you drag her up onto board and break her heart.
Oh my god, I'm picturing, literally
Go!
picturing.
Let me go!
Like, she's just like if she was conscious, she'd just be like laying there, like doing like a nice little lazy like
Straight
foot
up.
pedal.
Oh yes,
Let
death purgatory.
me go! Stop
fine,
bringing me
it's fine.
back!
So, Verity, you wake up looking up at the endless astral sea with its wisps of silver, and you see your friends looking over you. What do?
I think probably what goes through my head is like, no, it's possible that we're all dead. It's possible that we're all dead. That's a possibility.
It's
Right?
worse.
It's totally possible that we're all dead. I'm gonna close my eyes again and just lay there, hoping that they'll just go away.
Verity? No, honey, you're not dead. No, you're alive. And someone's here to see you. We've been looking for a long time. Some of us longer than others.
Never death.
Well, unfortunately, there's always death, just not for you.
Eventually. Just not when you feel like it right now.
When you open your eyes, Verity, and you see him, Arsen looks the way he looked in that dream you had, where he chastised you for leaving and showed you the child that you could have had together if you hadn't disappeared. This Arsen is older. He has a little bit of a beard right now, and he has some like nice like little grays, like just like a. It's a good look for him. And he is like full on crying, like silent crying, but like full on crying. And he drops to his knees beside you and reaches out to touch your cheek.
I'm literally going to throw myself at him.
Oh.
Absolutely, directly into his arms around his neck.
You guys fall back against the deck. He holds you close, and you probably just start kissing like teenagers.
Crying. It's not. I'm not
It's
gonna
not
say it's
sexy.
pretty because it's probably not.
No, it's wet and snotty and
It's
emotional.
yeah. But she has no words though. Like she's not talking though. Finally, for once.
So the rest of you
So
are
we're not-
watching this.
So we're not going to pretend we're in love then, Arsen?
Eventually they calm down and he kind of pushes them both up, and she's kind of curled up in his lap, and he's got his arms around her, and the rest of you can talk to her now. But he's not letting go.
I hate to say anything good about Arsen, you know that, but he's been looking for you for an awfully long time, Verity. He hasn't stopped.
I don't understand. There's what, a couple days? I mean, we just did the thing with the napkin and with the sand, and then we were here, and I mean, I'm still wearing the same clothes, so it couldn't have been that long.
I should mention also Verity has the napkin in her hand. Continue.
Good news is that you can use that again.
Okay, right?
It's been 11 years. we've been gone for a long time. Like I said, some of us longer than others. Arsen and I, we've got to spend a lot of quality time together. We've been on this ship for a year, just over a year.
I've been awake for 7 months. They pulled me out of the water or I look over at one of the crewmates. Is this considered water? I just never got an answer.
No, it's sort of an either a void full of memories.
And some people, apparently. Arsen's been out here 10 years before he found me looking.
Well, I mean, it took me a while to get here, but...
Well,
4.
I mean... And Brillia. Yeah.
A little less than a year now. Not quite as long as Lenore, but close.
But some of us didn't make it through the portal. Ariana's, she's gone, Verity, for quite a while now.
I mean, she wasn't with us, but I mean, if you've been picking people up, and if there's been, well, obviously there's been time between all of us, and I mean, obviously that there's different time lines. We just keep looking, right? I mean, if it's been 10 or 11 years since then, there's, I mean, it's obviously a different plane. This isn't as era. We can find our way back or wherever.
Verity. We managed to figure out what happened to her. It's not that we can't find her, it's just we know exactly where and what happened to her. I'm looking towards Lenore and Taabi. Should I just explain it totally or just leave it? I don't...
She didn't have a chance to make it. She didn't have a chance to end up here. The singular hand of Vecna.
Well, yes, but that's because I have the napkin and she wasn't with us. But now we're back together and I have the napkin and we can just...
She didn't have a chance to go anywhere. Except for wherever the fuck Vecna's grimy, gross, bony, fleshy, not living hand killed her to. Killed her.
He wanted her to do something that was going to destroy not just our world, but all of the planes as we know them, and she wouldn't do it. And
how do you know that? You can't know that. It's not. You can't just know that. That's not a fact.
It sadly is. I had a little conversation with Koss, who Vecna's currently...
Well, then Koss can tell me. Where's... No, I want someone who saw it.
He's got her too. I can take you. We can take you to see her.
We can take you. I would rather, before we take you, we let it sit for a day and let the explanation come from us first, just because I really don't want her to have to relive that again. But I understand that you deserve to know and believe and see it, but she needs every good dream she can get right now.
He's got her. He's got Koz, and we're gonna get Ariana's body back, and we're going to lay her to rest the way that she wanted, and we're gonna make things right. The last piece of the puzzle was finding you, and now we've got you, and we can make things better.
Then we'll see. We'll talk tomorrow. If you want to talk tomorrow, then we'll talk tomorrow.
I just don't want to. I want you to just sit with it before.
Yes, I'll sit. I'll sit, I'll stand, I'll walk with all of it. I'll talk, then we can talk tomorrow.
No, I'm sorry, this is me just being protective. She's being tortured right now, and that memory is not what she needs to be reminded of right now, but I understand.
And I'm not letting Ariana go. That's not how we that's not what we do to friends. We don't just go, oh, they're dead and we leave them behind. That's not
No, that's not what I'm suggesting.
No, that is. That's my best friend, and we are not leaving her there. We're not leaving her there until I see that she is dead, and there's no possible way to bring her back. And don't you dare think that we are going to just forget about it because there's painful memories.
That's not what I'm suggesting. We're going to get her. Didn't you just listen to Lenore? We're going to get her body. I'm not saying we're not going to try to make it right.
I don't want a body. I want my friend back. I don't
Sorry.
want a body.
I mean, right now, all that we can do is we have to get to where they are. Cos and Ariana's body are in the same place. He's keeping them both. And there are ways. There is magic. We know there is magic. We know there are ways that we can try and make this better. And I think that's what we have to concentrate on right now. And, you know, she's not going anywhere. I know that's a very poor taste joke. I'm sorry. But we have a day. We have a day for you to enjoy being with us, and he has looked for you for so long. And we are going to make this right. And we're going to find the magic to bring her back. We are. We know it's there. And we're going to get Cos. Okay? Now you go and just eat something and, I don't know, have sex with your boyfriend. He's not that bad.
I don't know how like two of you getting along. Right. Let's break. Okay? Let's put a pause in that conversation. Right?
Yes.
We can come back to it and discuss it later.
All right. Arsen has struck a deal with the captain to borrow his bunk for the night so that you guys can, but he has work to do, so you can go to the bunk first and he'll come later.
Yeah, he will.
Arsen and the captain, as you guys go off in your various places, are discussing, basically, now that this is done, where they're going to drop you guys off, because, he's been traveling with them for 4 years, so they're, they're buddies now, and they need to figure out the best way to get you guys back home. So Arsen's going to be talking to the captain and making plans for the next few hours. Verity, you are welcome to go sit with your friends, or you can go and hide out in the captain's room for the night.
I'll go sit with everybody.
Verity, can I ask you a question? Do you think it would have been funny if I told you that Arsen and I got married, or would that have been too traumatic? Because everyone said it wouldn't have been funny, but I thought it would be a little bit funny.
I don't know why you'd think in a million years I'd believe that.
I know.
Certainly not. Even if you spent every day of 11 years with him, would I think that you would possibly have the patience to deal with that man? I mean, I don't think that's. I mean, it would take if it was 20, I might have bought it. Plus, I mean, you fucked my brother. Like, I think we're very different, very, very.
I've missed you a lot.
Different times. Oh, I am nearly sitting on Lenore's lap. Like I am right next. Like I am right here talking to you.
Oh gosh. But I get it. It may have taken me 11 years, but I get it. And I think he's the happiness that you deserve. We're gonna get there. Hey, maybe it's not death after all.
It's always death. It's my first love. Leave me alone.
It's okay to settle, I guess, then, is what I'm saying.
I suppose. Is it too soon to start drinking?
It's been 11 years. I think it's more than appropriate for us to start
Like
drinking.
one drink, we're all gonna be shit faced.
You are on a ship. Like, there is grog of various ilks. Nothing you were familiar with.
Oh,
But it gets the
also,
job done.
Taabi and his, not girlfriend, that's not going great. She really hates us.
I'm kind of turned,
I mean, that's fair.
turned facing the front of the ship, looking over like wherever we're going, and I just thumbs up behind me, just.
Yeah. So, like, typical us, everything's going so great.
You guys hear
Do you ever think that everybody's life, like while we were gone, everything was going really well, and then we come back, and then everything starts to fall apart? Do you ever think that it's us?
Well, yeah, I don't think so. Brillia, like, it's kind of bad, isn't it? Like, Vecna, there's like a Vecna cult, and
Vecna cult is growing very prominently.
Cult, right?
And he's found someone new to complete his mission.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it? It's not great.
It's not great. Why did all the people I love decide to at some point allies themselves with Vecna? It's my little brother. Yeah, he is... Yeah, he's going to do what Ariana refused to do.
But we're gonna stop him, and he's gonna be okay. This optimism thing is really exhausting. You're gonna have to take over again soon, Brilia.
Sorry, it's been a lot. I'll eventually take over again. But no, I know it's still him. It's still him. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
If it helps, don't think of it as optimism, but think of it as a promise.
Did I miss anything else? Vecna cult.
Yeah.
Brillia's brother. Ariana. Cross.
Atlas got married?
Yeah, Atlas and Atlas
Raph
got married to Raph. Raph's back. Oh, that's probably bad. They didn't invite you to the wedding because you were in the Astral Sea.
We can do vow renewals. That'll be great.
Punch her in the arm.
Recommitment ceremony. I'm sure they'll do it.
Yeah.
Of course they fucking won't. Atlas hates me. You know that. If anything, it'll be stuff I'm still alive.
Between Taabi and I, we can definitely convince him to do it.
Apparently they're doing really well, like running the empire at the moment, aside from the Vecna cult. Like, there's the no slavery. Atlas is much happier now that he's married and doesn't have to hide the fact that he is in love with the man he's in love with. So that's going really well.
Did I miss if he's still under the whole brainwashing thing that Ariana did?
We don't know.
Yeah, you guys don't know. Ariana did that, and then I think told Taabi, but I think Tabby's the only one who knew that that's what happened. And there's no way because Ariana can tell you and you haven't seen him. He was going a little weird when you left.
I'll ask Arsen next time we see him, but it's...
Are you just gonna wink at him and just like he's sitting here with you guys and you're just like, hey,
Oh, he's sitting with us. I thought he was talking to the captain.
He is. We'll just this is just
okay.
We'll arbitrarily say he comes later on.
I look over. I do one of those full body turn looks over at
Hey Taabi.
Has Atlas been kind of weird for the past, I don't know, however long you were seeing him? At times I don't have a watch anymore. It doesn't just... Was he weird? Like, different weird than he normally would have been? I don't know him. So.
I mean, for a while there, when you guys left, he was strange, but no, I think he's figuring it out. I wouldn't have left if I didn't think he had things under control.
So this story time. Everyone gather around. Thank you for gathering around.
Yeah, now that you're all here, feel free to ask Arsen more questions about home.
I want to be
also-
smushed in between Arsen and Lenore, like a little Verity sandwich.
Okay.
Can I
The
have
two
both of
strongest
will both
people
of you
around
put your
us.
will both of you put your arms around me? Because that'd be great.
Okay.
I think we can do that. Yes.
Yay!
You're kind of making them cuddle too, so.
Good. Everyone get along.
It feels weird.
Just
I don't
so
like it.
just so we're on the same page. Oh, cuddle sandwich, nice. Just so we're all on the same page. We knew that Ariana had the Vecna power, right?
Did we? Did
In
we
her
all know
eye?
that?
Literally
Her
no one but
eyeball.
Arsen and Taabi knew that.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
feel
look
like I must
between.
have accidentally hinted towards it, and I didn't know if Ariana told anybody. So, yeah, so the whole reason the slaves were able to be freed from Karakat, and the whole reason I wasn't awake for that, was I? The second part. I'll leave that part out. So, the whole reason these slaves were kind of released was because of the power that Ariana got in her eye from Vecna. And it was kind of strange after that, kind of, almost like mindless, but not too mindless, like a functioning zombie, but not really a zombie zombie. Not one of the Ariana zombies, but one of like robots aren't real in these, huh?
What is the likelihood that Atlas is under the influence of Vecna and has been for 12, 11 years?
Good question.
I mean, I don't think he is. I see your worry here, but Ariana got given that. It was a gift. I don't think he could take it back, even if he took his eye back. And it wouldn't make sense anyways. It's Andrea who has a closer tie to the cult.
Ew, what? No.
What?
Why?
What?
Why?
Of course she does. Of course she does.
I don't know anything about her. That's that just sounds
That's
bad.
new information.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're in court together, but there's been, at least when I left, it's been 4 years, so who knows what's going now.
And what has she done over the last 11 years?
Well, when I left 7 years ago, she was basically offering safe sanctuary to anyone who followed the cult of Vecna. She was saying it was religious freedom, and she was making a big huff about how, Karakat was limiting people's choices, and that, everything that we'd done was just a publicity stunt, and, I don't know.
About the rest of the about the rest of the Naras. Is everybody safe or happy, or do you know what she's done? Has she made moves? Is she making war? Is she...
There was only rumors when I left that she was building another army.
Rumors 7 years ago.
4. Atlas said he had it under control. He's the one who got the reports.
And her focus of this army?
I assume her usual goal. She's always wanted Karakat.
Yes, she has.
Look, it's of all the things happening, somebody was going to offer sanctuary to these cults. It just happened to be her. I don't know how much involved she is, or if she's just doing it to spite Atlas.
Where did we stand on the murdering of your aunt? Were we pro-murder?
I mean, we generally kill a lot of royals, don't we?
And family members, yeah.
Statistically. I know, gravity, I know.
Okay, I'll reword the question. How do we feel about gravity taking your aunt?
That's not how the justice system works, right?
I don't think that's how the Caracat justice system was meant to work either. I don't think.
No. We gave Penelope and Cade every single chance to surrender, every single chance, and they denied. And the only reason that we ended up pushing her off a building is because she was going to kill us first. We kept offering, but neither one of them would surrender. We tried that.
Okay, so we should.
We just diplomacy first. I mean, murder's
Okay.
not the first option.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm glad that I know now. I'll murder second. That's okay. It's not. I just wanted boundaries are important.
I'm kind of surprised that we were not under that impression the whole time.
What, murder second?
Mm-hmm.
We seem to murder a lot of people, Brillia. Like, honestly. Taabi, can you back me up here?
I'm honestly still more closer on the murder side to begin with anyways. Honestly, there's no better way to stop a fascist leader than to throw a coup. Especially when you have a Birdman. Hey, look over at Arsen and go,
You know, when you say that, people think you must be talking about the Aarakocra guy. You know that, right?
yeah, I guess so.
But there's a difference between the people rising up and a leader murdering another leader and then taking their position.
I mean, that's usually how expansionism works.
Well, yes, but we are not conquerors. That's not the point of this.
Because she's like, but didn't she? Isn't that exactly what she did?
Not yet that I understand.
You
No, like to your family?
Yeah, that's exactly like you now. Whether or not you believe it, your brother did tell you that she did that to take over.
Because, like,
Remember? Not a reliable source of information. Not to mention that I am also considering that when we found him in the Shadowfell, he was so drunk I had to dump a giant bucket of magical water on him to try and sober him up. He then
sobered him up
the rest
magically.
of the night sleeping with Lenore. So yes,
not well.
forgive me.
He did spend the whole night. It was average sex that took all night.
Whole night. So I'm not being stubbornly refusing to see this. I just know my brother, and I know the state that I found him in is not a reliable state. And
you did talk to him the next morning as well. So I think probably you guys were all here for these conversations. You heard what he said.
He's in denial.
It seems like Verity is in denial. Yeah. There should be no question.
What do we need to do first? Do we need to go and try and deal with Vecna, or do we need to go and try, I mean, they're kind of one and the same. We need to deal with your aunt and the Vecna cult.
Well,
first.
If we manage to make it back to our plane, that's the first step. Then we need to get an update. We need more information. Sapphire probably has some for us. Should be able to get hold of her. Oh, yeah, she's a spy master now. It's a thing. She's damn good at it too. So if we talk to her, she probably has a good sense of what's going on. And then I think we need more information, honestly. I mean, my first impulse is, no offense, Brillia, but your brother's probably the easiest person to get to. Even if he's involved in all this, he's probably not the ringleader. You know what I mean? If we can get to him and...
Yeah.
So is he a necromancer, your brother?
When... Not that I knew of. He was always interested in magic, and he actually wanted to go study at the school Ariana went to.
He did, actually.
Oh, he did go there. He studied there.
We tried to gather some information about him when information spread. But I don't know. He went for a couple of years and then disappeared.
Oh, So it looks like he achieved his goal. Under other circumstances, I'd be very proud right now. But
My brother went to
Okay,
Magic Harvard. He kind of became a Nazi. Not loving that part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's been a long time since I've spoken to him. How many years far back did he go?
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, at the time, I was just keeping an eye on him because I knew he was your family, you know?
Oh, you found that out. Thank you. Thank you for keeping an eye out.
Well,
on
of
him.
course. I mean, we tried to find anything to get to you guys. I needed as much information as I could. So, dropped off the map about 8 years ago, maybe 7.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen him. Even without the 10-11 year now gap. Whoa. We were writing in letters, but I had gone off to live my life with Koss. And he said that he was happy and had settled down as well. And I just wanted to let him do his thing for a while, since we were quite literally reliant on each other for so long. Once I figured that he was okay, and I assume he figured that I was okay, we stuck to letters.
I mean, there's a chance he doesn't even know what he's involved in. I mean, Ariana was pen pals with Vecna for how long before...
I really hope that's the case.
I mean, maybe you can get to him. We just need to find out where he is.
Would you visit him in a dream again? Like we did with Koss?
I could. I'm afraid, though, and I really want to believe he's right, and I trust that speaking to him will hopefully slow him in his tracks.
Maybe you don't
What if not?
necessarily have to make him aware that you're there. You don't have to talk to him. You could go and kind of check in on him through his dream.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Ask him leading questions.
I can definitely do that. Now I'm just looking at the spell specifics. I don't know if I can change how I look. Yeah,
I mean,
we can do that.
The question is he a good enough wizard to see through it?
Yeah.
Or does he protect his dreams? There's the
That
question.
Too. And I can definitely do that.
Or your tea? Maybe you could look through your tea.
I think that also we can try looking. What I'm afraid of is, as far as they know, I would hope, we're dead. And I think it's good that we keep it like that.
Yes. I mean, I am actually dead. That's probably helpful.
More dead than we were before.
Right.
But I'm just, if he's had a drive. Even when he was little, he wanted to do great things. If he's had this much time and he managed to go to school, I don't know. I don't know if he could look through these spells. I don't know if he could tell if it's me. And if he does, if he's under Vecna's thumb, even if he hasn't quite realized it yet, that's information that could get to Vecna. Why do you think I haven't tried to dream with Koss again? I don't want to...
Yeah. Well, do we just go there then? But then they definitely know we're not dead.
Yeah. I just don't want to give them any more of a heads up when we go than necessary. But if you guys have another plan, I'm open for it. This is just my train of thought.
Well, I'd love to get off this boat. I don't know about all of you.
I agree with that. Arsen, how did you get here in the first place? How's the going back process?
Well, it took me a long time to figure out how to get here. We have a few options. I mean, we could try to use that napkin, just keep jumping between, but that takes, a day or a week between uses? So maybe not the best plan. But I talked to the captain, and we're heading towards one of the dock stations. From there, we should be able to barter trade for somebody who's willing to send us home. Material plane's a pretty popular destination, as you can imagine.
I could cast a little spell. Or a few little spells. How many of us are there? Oh, there's plenty. I could just, banish us.
That would work.
So, doesn't banishment bring you back after a while?
Unless you keep
No,
concentration.
Concentrating on it. We don't know where we show up, though. We might
But
all
it's
scatter.
not. No, you do know where you show up.
Oh, really?
You attempt to send one creature that you see within range to another plane of existence. They have to save on a charisma saving throw. If they're native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish them to a harmless demiplane. However, if they are not native, then they return to their home plane.
But where in their home plane?
Well, I'm not saying I can teleport us. I can just banish us back to the material plane.
That's what I was concerned about. We could show up I don't know,
and then
right
Taabi
in front
can
of.
find a perfect path.
I only have to concentrate for a minute, and then we stay there to the plane that we're from. One small problem would be that I'm not actually from the material plane, so I would go to Shadowfell.
Not a great solution, Arsen says.
But I could get everyone else home.
I don't think it's wise to run the risk of separating us after just finding each other.
Well, yes.
Look,
After, a year of making sure, bringing us all together.
Worst case scenario, if we get stuck here, I can get you guys home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that our last resort plan.
Yeah, bucket list.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys sail on this ship. It doesn't take too long now that they've found everybody and they're not just kind of endlessly searching. It's only about a week or so before you see the docks come into view. This is unlike anything you have ever seen. It's for people who, for the players, not for your characters, it's almost like a space station where there's all these different, a very high-tech futuristic one. So there's docks that are stuck in sideways because gravity doesn't really have a meaning here. And they're kind of all over each other. It's like this huge collective of just junk that people have put together and just kind of is floating out there. You dock on the one of the little ports, and Arsen says goodbye to the captain and the crew, and probably so to you guys with various amounts of familiarity. And as you guys pack up your things, you only have what you had on you in the last fight, so not a ton of stuff. But Arsen has these huge boxes that are brought off with him.
Rapiers? Is it a bunch of rapiers? Because I swear to God, if it is a bunch of rapiers...
It's not... They're not giant boxes of rapiers.
Are they coffins?
They're not coffins. They're, how big would they be? Let's say there's about 5 of these boxes. There's 5 of you? 6 of you? 5 of you. No, 6. We'll say there's 6. 1 each. So they're about a foot by 2 feet by 2 feet big.
And they're not our coffins.
No, you wouldn't fit in that. What are you, a fairy?
Well, standing up, we wouldn't fit.
I mean, if we burned you, you'd
All
fit in
chopped
there.
up.
Taabi is a cat. If he fits, he fits.
Yeah, so he doesn't fit, so he can't sit.
What do you mean? I've not tried.
If anybody shakes the box a little bit, you hear the sound of like glass tinkling, and he puts a hand on the box and says, "Be very careful with that."
What's in the box?
What's in the
Arsen,
box?
what's in the box?
What's in the bucket?
What's in the
This is
bucket?
just a astral
it's
plane.
what's season 3 is what's in the box.
What's in the box? Copywritten. What's in the crate?
Did anyone have that feeling though when we found out about Tasha's cauldron? Like, get in the cauldron. I was pretty
Felt too
excited.
good.
I was
Felt
pretty
too
excited. He says, "This is how we're gonna barter our way home
Oh,
With
Arthur-
boxes?
with what's in the. Come on, Lenore.
you're asking
What's in the box?
You
What's
said-
in the box today?
You
He,
said barter our way home?
He looks over the boxes and he picks the one that Brillia is holding and opens it up. And inside there are these tiny little like test tube kind of vials. And when he pulls them out, they're those wisps of silver that you saw in the sky. They're individual wisps captured.
Oh, what is it? Have we ever? Do we know what these are?
Have we seen them catch these since we were there for like a year almost?
You probably saw them pulling it in, but I don't think you maybe understood what they were doing. It's almost like a
Okay.
weird astral fishing net.
Hey, so people want this? People want these.
Yeah. I mean,
You're an odd man,
Yes.
Arsen.
this is what people buy, okay, Lenore? This is what this crew makes their money on. This is just the portion that they've left me thanks to the help I've given them. This is those things floating in the Astral Sea, the shimmers. They're bits of memories and magic and passing fancies and horrible memories and dreams, and they all flow here. And these little vials keep them from disappearing entirely.
So, what do people use them for?
I mean, depends on what kind of memory they are. The one that Brillia is holding has a smiley face on the front. And he says these ones are good memories. Memories of love, of family, of connection. The kind of memories people want to be in. And then there are those memories. And there's one that Taabi's holding that has a big red X on it. And he says, and those ones are more of the torturing people variety. Horrible memories and thoughts that maybe would be better left forgotten. But if one of these boxes broke, you'd be pretty much stuck in a series of these memories. Maybe even until you die. So, be careful. He picks up his own box.
Okay, yeah, give me the bad one. Okay.
Taabi's just like, what did I do? You picked it up arbitrarily because you were like, ooh, look at that pretty red X. And now you're like, damn it.
The red X means treasure, and this means
There be
not.
treasure.
Here be value. Come get your bad.
Memories. Come get thoughts of killing your lover.
Not the way normal youth say thoughts these days. It's the original brainwaves
The
ones.
original ones. Yeah. So if you were to experience one of these, you guys are welcome to take a couple if you like, of whatever type you're interested in. Let's say they're all the major emotions. If anybody wants to save fear for later to use on
I
memory.
am absolutely gonna save my the dark red X do not use one. And I'm gonna search my pack for bubble wrap.
Let's say there's like a foam that's holding these all apart, so you can take some of the foam
cool.
and yeah, if you got the major 7 emotions. If anybody wants to take an emotion for later,
I have the happy box. I'll take one.
yeah, all right, take a happy memory.
Yep.
And Oz doesn't like her own emotions. She doesn't want other people's.
That one exactly. That
All right.
one.
Taabi and Brillia, if you want to take a second one, one memory.
Just one.
Just one. Just for fun.
That's enough. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys cart your boxes into the city. This place is super, super strange to navigate. Taabi, you try to use Taabi or Lenore, try to use your spell to, help you find a good path places. And it seems like you must be doubling back. Like, this place makes zero sense. Like, you'll walk along something, and then you'll go up, and then you'll be on the bottom side of the street you were walking on.
I'm gonna try to remember this feeling, and I think I'm gonna try to get into painting when I get back. And maybe make some like cool maybe stairway paintings of like someone walking up the upside down stairs or something like that.
Yeah, no one's ever done that.
Abstract.
You'll be
It's
the
a
beginning.
Unique idea. A unique
The art
idea.
history major in me appreciates this so much.
I'm gonna release an album by MC Escher. Don't worry.
Yeah, Tabby's gonna make for the rest of his life works on CD covers. It's like Tabby retired to the countryside and painted scenic CD covers. He didn't know what these were, but eventually they would be used.
These vibro discs you put the needle on, and then this weird toad with the big mouth that's connected. It starts screaming the music. I have created the record industry. No. Ugh.
All right, you guys make your way through the city carrying your big old boxes, and you eventually come upon this area that looks like it's full of portals in the floor. So they've all got those velvet ropes you see at theaters. So they've all got those kind of separating them, and there's tons of security, and it looks like this is kind of a Grand Central Station of sorts. And Arsen basically shows up with his very best Karen and says, "I'd like to see your manager." And a creature floats out towards you. It is seemingly like a ball of tentacles. There doesn't seem to be a face to it. And it speaks into all of your minds. And it says, in this very, very wet voice, if that makes sense. It says, "Arsen, good to see you again. What have you brought to barter?" And he begins the arduous process of trying to make sure that there is enough to bring all of you back. He will be at this for a while. If you guys want to explore in any way, you can do so. It seems like this is at least the kind of place where no one's going to steal from him.
I kind of want to try to see if there's any sort of magical item vendors nearby.
Sure.
Question.
Yeah.
I know I'm in this game. We've done this before. Where do we sell our memories? Where were we going? We were getting into somewhere.
You gave the Raven Queen a memory.
Was that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been there.
Yeah, but now it's not yours. You're growing up in the world. Now you're no longer the memory cattle. You're the memory...
Yeah.
We're the
sell
memory
other
stealers,
people.
basically. We're just grabbing them from the Astral Street. Here you go.
Oh.
So
this is a tasty one.
on the plus
We should
side...
have kept some for the Raven Queen.
On the plus side, these are forgotten or lost memories. So they're not they're you're pulling them out of someone's head. It's somebody had a horrible thought and then they forgot they had it. It ends up here.
Yeah, over time.
They're kind of it's kind of like the Island of Lost Toys for memories.
They're metal detecting and grabbing all the thoughts.
Yeah.
The metals.
Okay.
Yeah, so Taabi says let's go find some kind of magic shop. And you ask somebody, and they direct you towards... Somehow, they don't speak a language that any of you understand, but somehow you know where you're going when you're done talking to them.
Never be too sure. I want to check my known languages first real quick. Because I know some weird shit. Nope, I don't know weird shit in this game. Very strange for me not to know.
Wait, not in this one. And you find yourself... you're sort of walking on what seems like a spiraled ribbon almost. And you walk kind of around it and around it. And about the third loop you do, it opens into this room that's just a giant ball. And it's like you're on the inside of the ball walking around, looking at stuff. And there's a vendor sitting in the very center, and he's just kind of like floating in the center. So you guys can walk along the walls, the circuit walls, and see what you got here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look around. Hell yeah, this is sweet.
I'll look around.
Alright, anything in particular you guys are looking for?
I think I'm going to try to see if he has a magic shield of sorts. Any what's really here, but just to make double sure, because I don't have one. But I've heard rumors of a shield that's it surrounds you and blocks your blind spots without needing to be held.
Oh, I see. You're looking for something like that, are you? This is definitely the kind of shop where if you wanted an item that's not in any of the books, this is the kind of weird-ass items that you're like,
Oh.
I want this completely off the lid crazy thing.
So I know of this one sword. It's on fire. It's raging. It does poisoning damage and is of doom.
Can I have a plus 75 weapon with every bonus in the game?
Can I have a full set of Tarask armor where I am resistant to all types of damages, and I pick out my Taabi phone and
How much money do you guys have?
didn't I say I lost all my money or something like that at some point?
We don't know because we never were given an amount.
It was always the right amount beforehand.
It was always the right amount.
Alright.
We do have a lot of diamonds and a lot of sapphires
shit.
and a lot of gems.
We gave a lot of our money to pay off Ariana's student loans,
But we got
which
money
I'm
after
guessing are not applicable anymore.
Even the bucket
She's
full of
dead.
rubies.
But we got more gems from
that.
But I think anybody who's had student loans know they will find you even if you're dead. So, can everybody roll me a D percentile, please, and tell me what number they got?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, 92.
That dice is not.
Wait, you want a D100?
Yeah.
How does someone get 92 on a D100?
A D10 as well.
Oh, and a D. Oh, okay. We got both.
87.
89.
Ooh, you guys are rolling it.
67.
67.
Nice.
All right. Cool. So between you have doing math is the funnest thing on the internet. You have 335 platinum between you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
shit.
gold. And I was
Platinum,
like, gold,
wow.
that's not a lot.
Hmm.
Wow. Fuck, we're rich.
135.
Yeah.
Excuse me, floating gentlemen, we shall take the store.
So between you,
Just brown paper it all up. We'll take it all.
you've got about 85 platinum between you. It's not that much money when you break it down.
More money than Brillia's probably had in most of her life.
It's true. I imagine you guys sitting in a corner, like, pulling all your money out, and you're like, guys, do we actually have... Recount that. There's no way we actually have that much money.
Verity's
take
like, oh, that's all we have.
But where's the coffers, guys? But where's the coffers?
I'll shake out one
And,
sleeve.
like, obviously,
money
there's
falls
like
out.
there's some like backup. Like, this is what we have on our person, but like obviously there's like some other stuff that's like
Sure.
Have this
Lenore's-
title for land.
The new
in the
plan
back
is...
room.
The new plan is
or-
Lenore banishes everyone else, buys one ticket, and then you have extra money.
Yeah. Legitimately could happen.
I gets all the monies. Okay, so let's say over the next week, you guys and we can talk about what item. We'll say what you guys probably each have an opportunity to buy some cool item. They're also having a special today where if you buy an item that's over, let's say, 50 gold, you get an Ioun stone. So that'll be a nice little gift, nice little pocket buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but we casually get an Ioun stone.
Yeah. I mean, they're all over the place here.
I'm gonna. So, are there any cursed items in this building here that we could?
The creature turns 7 of its 10 eyes on you and says, "We aren't that kind of establishment."
No, I mean like advertised as cursed, and you can sell it. Then somebody's like, "Oh, I know how to use this," and then I'm not trying to say you would just have like under the table stuff. There's uses for curses.
Go to the dark market.
Is it over there? And I point to a very dark area.
Yes, that is the dark market.
I'll probably check it out at some point. Okay.
Cool. So we'll figure out what you guys actually got, but I feel like you all leave, except maybe Verity, feeling pretty happy. Verity's just like, we have so little money now, guys. All of our coins.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
And you come back to Arsen, who has been negotiating with this creature. He says, "Okay, so I can keep trying to get a better deal, but he'll basically throw us somewhere on the continent with what we've got. Is that enough?"
I mean, I can also do that, but yeah.
Well, we can do that too. I mean, this stuff sells for good.
Or even if only Lenore takes this boat so that she doesn't have to go to the Shadowfell, Lenore can banish all of us to not Caracat, but to Azera,
Well,
and then
can you-
Lenore can be who can take the boat. Like that would save us money, wouldn't it?
So, Lenore, can you send us all to the same place?
I can send you all to the same place, but I don't know where it will be.
Okay. That could be worse. If
So
we're
then we
all
only
together.
pay-
The same as what he can do, right? Like, just pull off us on the
You
plane.
won't be with us, Lenore.
Yeah, but we said
But
we
Lenore
spend
will
a-
take the boat.
No, but even if we take... No, this could work. We'll have to pay more money to get Lenore to go to exactly where we are. But
But it'll be less.
it'll still be
than-
less overall, yeah.
And you can just tell me where you are. Like, you can send me a message and tell me
Is
where
there
you
nothing
are.
that we can do to and I don't mean a soul bond, is there nothing we can do to tie Lenore to one of us? Can I give her a bunch of my hair or spit in her hand and she can carry it with her? I don't know. There's gotta be something.
You can just send me a message, right, and tell me where you are, and I can
Probably be
get
through
the
dream,
boat.
but I can do that.
Yeah, Brilia,
Yeah.
you also saw some rings in that shop, which sort of create a bond between people. If you want to rebond people, I feel like probably when you saw it, you were like, ooh. But there are rings that do that.
I'll bring that up.
Do they have a stone of sending or something? Do they work across planes?
You didn't really ask at the time for the details, but
Would I know? Because I know sending the spell works across planes, right?
yeah, we'll say it works.
Oh, do I have sending? I could probably have sending. That seems like a
Lenore's
spell
like,
that I know.
Don't spend your money. I am a magic shop.
I probably have the spells,
Hey.
sending. Right? That seems like a thing that I would have. Yeah, I have sending. Okay, this is fine. I'll just send you a message and be like, hey, where are you guys? And then I'll meet you there.
Like,
a phone call.
I'm in this forest.
Hey, Bay, you up?
Hey, bae, you up?
Hey, babe,
Where are you? Where you
Lenore,
at?
It's 3 a.m. That's
Where you
really a
at?
booty text.
I would definitely cast locate creature, but apparently there's probably some water in between us. So, okay, yeah. Well, let me know when you want to just get banished, and I'll banish you all.
Okay.
I'll be like, you get out of here, you bad folk. I'll be
Does
tired
it do
after.
does it do any damage?
No, you just have
This
to do a
is
charisma save, but I'm
handy.
guessing you can
choose to fail.
choose to fail. And then I have to concentrate on that for a minute, and then that's it. Bam,
Okay.
you're gone. I mean, it usually doesn't work as well because we're on usually we're on the material plane and we don't want to be banished.
Yeah. But this
Yeah.
time it works out.
And this time it works.
Okay. Arsen says, all right, I'll make the deal with him. Make sure he knows that you're the one coming through.
Yeah.
And
So, what are we paying for just Lenore?
Yeah.
By the way.
yeah, but more precise, so she can say the exact details of where she wants to be on Earth, and hopefully, sorry, not Earth. Where the exact details where she wants to be, and it should make it easier to find us. We are going to need to do this somewhere people don't see, or they're going to think we're stealing their business. So we should go to an inn, and then Lenore, you can just come and take the ticket yourself.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
Cool. Arsen starts speaking this very strange, wettish language. And you're like, whoa, how do you learn that? And when he is done bartering, you have 3 of the boxes of memories left. And let's say you go to the magic shop and sell those too. Make a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people in the Zara, not so into that shit.
Not so many
Oh, I would.
memories.
I'm
Not
gonna
into
keep
memories.
some. Can I keep some?
Sure, if you want some now.
Can we keep?
Now you change
I
your
want
mind.
to keep. I do. I want to keep them just because Verity did mention that when we went to Shadowfell, we did have to offer memories, so it couldn't hurt to have a couple of memories.
All right. So you would keep one for each of you.
Are they like
Yeah.
any like double check marks, double X's, like the really any big ones?
The ones that are worth the most money.
Oh, like this one's real bad. Like this one's real
I
good.
really hope
Don't
no
want
one
that
falls
one.
down the stairs.
Oh right. Do we not have a bag of holding? I put them in the bag of holding.
Ariana had it.
Oh fuck! I buy a bag of holding, or like a haversack or something.
Yeah. All right. So you get. Let's say you guys have 10 memories. How's that sound? Of various types.
I
And
want none of them.
they will be in the haversack, which is held by.
I'll hold it.
Oh, Lenore. Okay. Cool. So you have a haversack full of 10 mixed memories, and you guys.
I'm
head
gonna
to an inn.
metagame and give it to Brillia.
Nope. You said it.
Fuck.
Before
God damn it.
Before we fully embark, Opal lost her what is it, a great axe, right? She had was it a great axe?
Yeah.
And her armor, right? Was
Yeah.
that? I'm gonna replace that and put it in a bag of holding of sizable proportions, I guess, and just leave it with her stuff if she ever puts anything down.
Yeah. So you're gonna give
Like,
her.
oh, you've had this the whole time, type of thing.
So she's gonna go home
Yeah.
and find this bag full of I'm sorry I killed your son stuff.
I'm sorry that somebody else killed your son and I had to stop him.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
Never admit fault.
Hey, I didn't. You're not killing a corpse if you're stabbing a corpse.
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
True. You're absolutely right. I agree wholeheartedly with you.
Oh,
I appreciate your absolute honesty and support of me.
I don't know if
Neither do
everyone believes
Alright.
in that, but
You guys go and find a room. You rent out this big old room for the
Yes.
6 of you. The cool thing about this inn that you go to, the room is they're gonna say it's called a malleable room. So basically, every time you open and close the door, it's a different style of room.
ooh.
So it's always got the 6 beds. It's always got the basic accoutrement. But sometimes you open it and it's like Moroccan mood, and sometimes you open it and it's like you're floating in the Astral Seas, and sometimes it doesn't have gravity, and sometimes gravity is the wrong way.
Fun.
The one when we're floating in the Astral Seas, will leave immediately and then
Not
come
that
back
one.
because I am not
Nope.
sleeping in there. We had long
Yeah,
enough.
you were there for a while.
Yeah.
I would like. Can we hear a little bit more about Atlas's wedding? Are we allowed to
Yeah, you can do that.
If we're spending the night in this room anyway.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so which room do you guys settle on? Who immediately is like, oh, this one?
Anything that is in Astral Seas.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
not
first one after
fun.
that. One that looks like
A jungle have some tree houses and some hammocks and some
no fancy.
big
No,
mosquitoes
too rustic.
and some
No,
dirt.
no.
Oh, poor Taabi.
I'm
I'm
Fluffy
here for the
bed?
rustic. I'm just not here for the jungle.
I was
nice
thinking
jungle.
more like gold, like beautiful, innate, uh, palace-like bedroom with big fluffy pillows and.
Okay.
You do? Oh my
find-
gosh! Do you know do you know Julian from Animal Crossing? Do you know his
I know
house?
of him. I don't know him
Do you know
personally.
Yep, I know.
Do
him
you?
intimately. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Julian's. Just Google it. Julian's house. That's what I want. Julian's
that's
house
funny.
from Animal Crossing.
That's what we're doing, eh? Does everyone
Like
agree?
white gold leaf, white
Sure.
gold leaf, and
Sure.
stars.
Sure.
That's top notch.
That's
That
all
is-
the like all the like
My God.
sign stuff that you can collect, right? Like the Gemini bathtub
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Sagittarius wardrobe, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
incredibly
so,
tacky.
It's
Okay,
so tacky, dude.
it's
Yeah.
so tacky.
Yeah. It's so
so
cool.
tacky. Okay,
Oh, I love
all right.
that.
Yeah.
I like how blue it is. And where's
Yeah.
this blue unicorn?
It
Just
seems
being
very
here?
Astral Seasy to me.
Well,
It seems
but
like you're the vacation package you were promised when you bought a ticket to go to the Astral Sea.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a nice Astral Seas. So actually, we're gonna say that the room that you guys finally settle on is this beautiful marble creation. It has chandeliers and nice like diffused lighting, but the thing that sells it for you guys is the giant shower bath on the side of the room.
Is there a group bath? Because you know we love a group.
You love a group bath, so that's what sells you on it.
Okay.
And
Except for Taabi goes last.
No,
Did
don't
Arsen-
worry about that. I can clean myself.
did Arsen miss out on the group showers?
Not this
yes,
time.
Yes,
He
he
did.
did.
This
He's
time,
like-
yeah.
As you guys all start
Yes.
stripping, he's like, "Is this a
Like, what's
thing
going
we do?
on?
Is this
Yep. This is the
Oh.
thing we do now.
this
I
We
is
walk
do this
over to
now.
him and like take off his vest. Like, come on, just do it. Just
Whoa,
go.
Taabi,
fine.
are we? I didn't realize you were.
As he's saying that, I just put my finger up and say, "Shh." Claw comes out.
So you know it's like
It's
a like
fine.
down his lips like a
The claw, it's the little tiny.
One
little
more
cut.
scar.
And Arsen just like looks at Verity like, is this a thing now? Is Taabi into me?
Is everybody at this point? I mean, look at you. I'm not. But I can't. I
We
can't
just
be like
got
that.
through.
When he does that, Lenore finishes taking his vest off.
I'm just chuckling in the background.
Okay, before copyright.
What?
The language.
What a mess. All right, you guys all get down to your skivvies and sit in the nice, beautiful shower. You got some nice waterhead showers here. Really really worth your money if you were, I guess you are paying for it. And you talk about Atlas's wedding. Arsen is, by the way, like I said earlier, like implied earlier, he is much stronger than he was last time. He's lost a lot of that leanness, and he's got more power now. He also has quite a few more scars. Not all from Taabi now.
Look as good as the cat claw scar.
Yeah, not as good as the cat claw on his face.
They'll talk about those later.
But he's got some good scars. There's one really dramatic one that's just kind of like, how do I describe this? Like just to the right of his sternum, below his breasts. And it goes straight, like you can see this huge like thing where it seemed like something stabs through him, and you can see the exit wound on his back.
Question.
Yeah.
How well did where I carved my name into him age? Is it still there?
It looks good. It's like a silvery scar now, so it more catches the light, whereas before it was kind of really obvious. Yeah. It's good.
Oh, no.
It's good. So you guys, if you didn't know already, you see Verity's name carved into his collarbone.
And his is
No,
on
I
her,
probably
but she has
could.
hair, so you can't. It's easier to miss on her.
He got Andied.
I'm not judging.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, so at the end of this night, you guys will have
No.
I was just gonna say that you guys do travel back tonight. That's fine. Ask questions about the wedding.
Yay! Okay, was Arsen best man?
Yes, obviously.
I'll try and keep this to yes or no questions. Okay. What was the color scheme?
Gold and red.
How many people attended?
Well, technically the whole kingdom was invited, but they didn't get to come inside. It was only about 100 people inside the chapel.
Oh, did Arsen cry? Who cried?
They both cried.
Everybody cried.
Arsen cried too. Everybody cried.
Okay.
Our Atlas had to stop in the middle of his vows because he was crying so hard.
What do the rings look like?
They are signet rings. They're like a paired signet rings, and they're mirrored.
Okay, so who took whose last name? Did they split last names? Did they come up with a new last name? Are they both Caricattes now, or?
Yeah, our son, like, Atlas did not take his boyfriend's name. He's the emperor.
They're a modern day couple. Look.
Yeah, Raphael is now just kind of known as like the emperor's consort, His Majesty Raphael the First, if you want to be very formal.
Is Raph happy? Like, did he love it?
Of course he loved it. They both loved it. They were very happy.
What was the first dance?
Oh my god, the first dance.
I'm sorry, if we're not role playing this, then I have a billion questions. And yes, of course, I can stop after this, and then I can ask her all of these questions off camera. I'm just saying.
I feel like we need to do an Instagram thing here. Like, what is their first dance? What was their first dance?
Like a Pinterest board of the wedding.
Yeah,
like
but which song did they dance to as their first dance? Yeah. I don't know.
Body language.
Yeah, that's gonna be your job because you're the one who is in front of this wedding. I can just post it for you.
There's a question. There's what fashion. What did they wear?
What did they wear?
Oh yeah, that's important.
Atlas wore his dress uniform. And Raphael wore a...
How are they not both in corsets?
He wore a cream-colored linen suit that is actually something that was something culturally relevant to his grandparents, because his grandfather raised him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did Arsen hook up with someone at the wedding?
Verity's just like, did he? He did not hook up with anyone at the wedding. He got all teary when they had their first dance because he was like, I want my dance. And everyone was like, oh my god, look at that sad sack. It was a little pathetic.
He died 10 years ago, man. Get over it.
No, they got married before that.
Right.
She'd only been gone 6 months.
She's like, yeah, and like she's already died once, like.
He was like, she got what she wanted, but I never got what I wanted. He was still very dramatic at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were also sharing dreams, so like it could have been like a rough dream night the night before. Like,
well, you weren't sharing dreams while you were in the Astral Sea.
Oh.
He just thought you were dead. Well, he worried you were dead.
Oh. Yeah, no, yeah, I suppose like if you're sharing dreams with someone for a long time, then they yeah, and it's like, yeah, you think they're dead. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And you do constantly talk about wanting to die, so I mean,
There's a possibility.
Yeah.
And yet, here I still am.
Here you are, still.
I am alive.
I'm still standing.
Any other questions about the wedding?
Yes, Laura wants to say.
They
There's
kicked
so many.
They kicked everybody out of the castle on their wedding night.
I have so many. I'm just gonna write them down, and then we'll just post them somewhere else. But like,
we'll do like an Instagram live story
Yeah,
where
like
it's just every question.
I have a
about the
lot of
wedding.
questions. I have a lot of questions. Like,
Do
were
an
there
Instagram live
horses?
roleplay of
Like what did they eat? Like what was the
Well, you know, it's
vibe?
funny.
Like,
he really wanted them to ride away on his horse after the wedding. And then he find out some bitch took his favorite horse and then pieced out to the Astral Seas and left him alone in the middle of a clearing in the north.
Okay, first of all, he would not have had that much information. The only thing that he would have known, and maybe there was like a swear word directed towards her at some point, where they were like, okay, like yeah, just bring in horse. Horse is gone. What do you mean horse is gone?
Yeah, he's
also-
gone.
Verity took horse. Verity
Also,
took horse.
Its name's not horse.
name's not
It
horse.
has a horse. It has a name that is not just horse.
It
So
has
that
a horse.
it would not have
Yes,
gone
but
like
I don't
that.
know what that name is.
Constantly refused to acknowledge this horse's real name. Like, if you could speak with animals, he would just be like, dude, do I call you, like, human? Incredibly
be
rude.
totally fine
Incredibly
with that.
rude.
I would be totally fine with that. Look, I don't remember.
I'm gonna call you.
horse's
He calls
name.
you Death Wish. That's the horse's name for you.
I assume that he
Accurate.
cried like that. He called me like the crying one, the sad one. Like
Yeah.
I assume that the horse was just as mean to me as I was to him. I was like, "Where's my horse? Horse?" He's like, "Oh, is the crying one back?"
Oh
She
God,
always-
it's her again.
Drips on me.
Why did this have to happen to me? I'm a good horse. Oh God, no! I said it.
To me.
Oh.
I'm a good horse.
Anyway,
All right.
Many questions for another day.
For another day. I'm just pulling up the horse's real name because it has had a name for longer than you guys have. Atlas's horse is Aegir.
I'm gonna stick with horse for now.
A beautiful Arabian named Aegir.
Right? Horse is better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more to the point, direct,
Yep.
very
awful.
easy to single out. It is the horse.
All right, you
The
guys.
horse.
You guys have your nice group bath. You all have a nice cuddle fest at night. In I don't know. Do you have your own beds, or do you just have like a giant like king size bed that you all just like cuddle up in?
I am sleeping alone.
Yeah,
Aw.
I took a bedroll and kind of mashed it up into a big old pile, and now I'm like doing circles on top of it, trying to
Okay,
make it
so
look
Taabi
right.
and Brillia have their own bed, and I feel like Verity is in the middle and being like Lenore and Arsen, like nobody gets to leave. I'm in the middle. And you all go to sleep. Come the morning, Lenore, you begin banishing people.
Yeah, get out of here.
Do you say
Get
Do you say something dramatic to each of them as you banish them?
I banish them with a kiss on the forehead. And I'll say something to each of them. I'll start with Opal.
Are you gonna send Opal to the same place, or are you gonna like just be like go elsewhere? She doesn't really want to be with you guys anyways.
I don't get to decide where they all go. I just get like they're all
Okay.
going to the same place, but it'll be
That's
Yeah.
a brave assumption that we're all going to the same place on the same plane.
Yeah, that's what I was worried
I'm
about.
gonna bye is all I say to her. And then I grab Brillia and I pat her hair and I say, "It'll be okay. We'll get everyone back that we need to, and everything will be fine." And I
Does
get
anyone
Taabi.
do like a dramatic death scream? Like no!
I'll do a dramatic golden fire as they go, like as if I was engulfed in flames. I'll do that. But
I whisper to Taabi, "I hope this works." Kiss
Yeah,
him
me
on the- And then I try and kind of cast it on Verity and Arsen at the same time. And I just push their heads really close together and go, look after each other. And
Love you.
All right. And we are going to end that episode with Lenore standing in the hotel and you guys headed home somewhere. Lenore, I am going to pick a number on a D100. I'm going to roll and you're going to roll and we're going to see how close you get to where they want to go.
Mm-hmm. It'll be
All
fine,
right.
you guys. It'll be fine.
So the goal is to match. You guys won't know what I rolled. Where do you want them to end up?
I want them to end up where we left the horses.
Yeah, carrot cat. But ideally,
Okay.
they'll end up in the city.
That's not the same place. Caracat and where you left the horses are very different places.
But
Yeah,
where
like-
we left the horses was in Caracat.
No, where you left the horses was in the far north.
In the
Oh.
frosty snowlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we should definitely be aiming for Caracat then.
Because
Okay.
that's where Sapphire is, right?
It's been
In
10
Caracat
years.
now?
No, actually, Arsen did tell you that she works for Caracat now as a
I'm
spy master.
trying to send them. I'm trying to
To
send them to
Caracat.
Sapphire. To Sapphire. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know what I rolled. What'd you roll?
I know what I rolled.
You have to tell me.
Did you roll under or above 50?
I don't know, Lenore. What did you roll? You don't get to find out until
I-
next week.
I rolled well below 50 in that it was 14.
Oh my gosh.
That's under normal situations, like as that would be.
Okay.
If I was trying divine intervention right now,
That'd be a pretty good roll.
that'd be like
That'd be pretty good. Are you trying to get a sense of like what the difference is between our two numbers?
Yeah.
Based on
To
your reaction,
see.
Melissa.
Could it be any more different?
It could.
Um,
It could. It's only
and
like
then
50 something away from each other.
So we are in the cold north, or in the deep south, or in the water,
and
We're just in the
then
middle of the ocean.
the
Yeah.
sky.
can we leave me after concentrating for a minute, casting sending and been like,
Who are you casting it
hey
on?
guys,
Who's getting the
I'm
message?
gonna cast it to Verity.
Hmm.
Hey guys, how'd I do? Where are you?
We're gonna open the next episode with just the like Lenore's voice coming in, just like, how'd I do? And everyone's gonna be like, okay, excellent work, excellent.
I should actually give them a little time to work out where they are before I ask.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Like I said, we'll get to that next episode when I decide how bad that roll actually went.
Right.
Great job! What a
Ugh.
great start to season
Yeah.
3.
That was great.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Back again.
Taabi's back.
Shady's back. The bunch again.
Well, that was, for me at least, a lot of fun. As much as I enjoyed
That was a
playing
lot of
Jackbox with you guys, I'm glad to get back to the utter chaos that you have left the world in. And I'm
Yep.
sorry that your brother is evil, but, you know, you
Yeah,
wrote
no.
him, so.
Yeah, no.
Well, we don't know he's evil yet. I guess
That's
you
true.
do.
Well, he's doing evil things.
He's doing evil things.
Whether that means he's actually evil, this is debatable, right? What makes you
Yeah,
evil? Is it
yeah.
intention?
Yeah.
If somebody kills a whole bunch of innocents, but they don't know they were innocents, I mean, the question is really the same as Koss, right? Koss did some bad shit, but didn't know.
See, so just as she was getting over Koss's thing.
Oh, Brillia. It's Heartbreak Hotel for Brillia.
Yeah. She spent a decent amount of her time too happy, apparently.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
very true.
it's just circling back.
Well, that's it for our episode for today. Thank you so much for those of you who tuned back in. We're happy to be back and to see this whole story come to some fruition. So, as always, we are back next Wednesday at 6:30. If you want to find out more of what we do, you can check out our what's that tree thing?
Link
Our
tree.
link tree.
You can check out our link tree. That's where you can find all the other stuff about Dungeons and Dragons. And you should come on Instagram and tell us what song played at Raph and Atlas's wedding. You can follow us pretty much everywhere, and you can listen to this as a podcast or on YouTube after the fact. So if you didn't watch the whole thing or you want to share, you can do so easily. If you want to find me online, I am Melissa, and I am at Feminist Gamer on Instagram, and you can also check me out on the XP Billionaires podcast. And we have just, we just recorded our 100th episode, so check that out. That's pretty cool. It's a lot of work. So, Verity, where can people find you?
Dark Moon Dice on everything. It's all Dark Moon Dice, one long word.
Okay, and I can be found on Instagram at Luna_moon_C.
And you can find me here on levelup_TTV, and make sure you check out all of our new socials as well to see what other amazing shows we have, because we are building up that list, and there's some tasty stuff.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, here on Twitch, all at Shrycool, or if you want to follow my personal Twitter, it's at Ian Parascos.
Beautiful. Thank you guys again for coming out with us and seeing what chaos we have wrought. And we will see you for Season 2, Episode 2 next week. Have a great
baby.
night.
Season 3.
Season 3!
Yes.
3. Oh.